Tatjana. Back in the 1990s, Tatjana Patitz was no stranger to magazine covers and fashion editorials. She was at the top of her game during the supermodel era.
I grew up with my brother because we were only 14 months apart, so I was a complete tomboy. I got into more trouble than he did in that sense, and I pulled him along to do every little naughty thing there was, but we grew up in the country and, got up to all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, I loved horses and I pretended my bicycle was a horse. I put a pillow on it and shoestrings and went into the forest and just over rocks and really, I don't know. Had a very imaginative childhood that way. I need nature so much for my well-being, my spiritual well-being. And that's why I moved out there and live out by the beach. And I like having space, when I'm not working, I'm not working, and I'm not, I walk around in just jeans, no makeup. I'm out with my animals, or I do, I write and just work on other things, study, and I love to read and things like that. I have to get away from it. That's my salvation, in a sense, of getting away from it and not being in it 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I've never been like that. And that's why I got so involved with animals, with, things in around, like, the ocean and stuff. It's all very connected to us. There are different options. You make yourself, you become part of a group like Earth Island Institute or Greenpeace, or a smaller, even more independent group for the environment, because without the environment we don't survive. So through that way, or you can write a book, which I want to do one day anyway. So, and kind of bring the message along. And I think also if you're more out in the public eye, people listen, and people, you get actually people interested and conscious, and that is something that is the best thing about what I'm doing, because it's an advantage, and that's one thing that I really, really want to do.
These days, Tatjana spends her time on the other side of the camera lens, working on a documentary about wild horses and enjoying nature and Mother